All right, hello and welcome back as we get ready for our second and final game of the night as we are going to have the Boston Peregrine Falcons taking on the Vancouver Void. Hoping for a good series. We'll see about it. As on screen you can see your season results for these two teams. Just the one game on the board, as Boston took down a win over Buffalo in 5 games, and Vancouver dropped against Madison in 4. I didn't change the text at the top. I'll probably do that while we're waiting, for being honest. And now you can see the schedule. There are 3 games down, and this will be game number 4. 2 game 4s and a sweep. We'll see where this one falls. Also, the one underdog getting the win was Madison just a little bit ago. Looking over to our standings, it is Madison holding down the number 1 in a tie with Inchin. Then Loudoun getting the advantage over Bedford, and Denver over KC. Vancouver will be trying to rise into that 1-1 tie instead of falling all the way down. Meanwhile, Boston will be trying to stay undefeated. Moving over to our stats, your key players are Bacon and JXL Seek. However, I do know that Vancouver will not have JXL, as I know as JXL's computer, I believe the description was exploded. And so I think he will at least be out for several weeks, and we might see a roster change there. But again, as we are midweek, and he still has 3 players on his roster, obviously there will not be a roster change. Yeah, we are just waiting for everyone to join up. We do have one team in, just waiting on the other one. I think without JXL and everything, it's just fair to say that Boston will be the favorites for this one. I think the question will be, first of all, how good do they look? And then how one-sided can they make it? Or will we see some big things out of Vancouver to make this a good series? Because, of course, we want to see this one be as close as possible, but we'll see if that happens. Let me update these records right before these teams join in, because we do have everyone in and we are ready to go for our second game of the night, as we are going to have Boston in blue and Vancouver in orange. I believe we got everyone here for Boston. We're going to have Adam starting in instead of Pitt. And then, of course, we mentioned for Vancouver, not quite going to have their full roster. And so we're going to see them running it with these 3. As this one's rolled down the sideline by Rush, trying to get some space, pinching it back towards net. But then 2 combined from Boston. They get it sent back the other way. Now downfield again. Arrow going to get the big 50, dropping back down. But Gamer going to send it away again. Boston looking to try to get downfield. Gamer looking for a pinch, but Rush sends it with another good clear downfield. Now this one off the left wall, dropping down. Boomer trying to get it forward. Gamer downfield again. Rush trying to get it away. Rush now following it up, looking for a shot. Gamer able to cut it wide. Now Gamer still waiting under it. This one will bounce away. Bacon gonna get the clear out. Very back and forth so far. We haven't seen a lot towards the net just in general, but we've been back and forth. I almost want to say in favor of Vancouver. So definitely a strong start for the Void. But with no goals on the board just yet, we'll see who's able to break through first. So this one's up in the air, but it's cleared out to the side. Bacon now under it, trying to play it across. Played away by Boomer. Now another 50 there. Gamer will turn on it, but he'll just give his life as it's played forward by Arrowblade again. Adam now around the outside, dropping down. Rush trying to stay with it. Cut back across. Looking for a 50, but Gamer will get it dunked back away. Now Boomer trying to possess. 1 behind him, 2 in front of him. And he can only go so far. Now if he did get by him, it could have been a chance to just go the whole way. But unfortunately, just a little bit too far above the ball. And it's Bacon who's able to get a piece of it and send that one straight in. to be goal number 1 of the game and a lead for the Peregrine Falcons. As that one is in as well. So it took him a while, but the floodgates may have opened. Bacon just going to get a clean catch over to Adam, who pops it over. Boomer and Arrow not able to get up for it. And so just like that, Boston, from losing the pressure battle, score 2 immediately. And it is now a somewhat early 2-goal advantage for the Peregrine Falcons. So we'll see how this one plays out, as Rush will get that one cleared out to the side, away from the net. Bacon not able to get up to it. Rush going for another play, gets it forward, but it's set to the side again. Boomer now up off the left side. Bacon will jump in, and he will get the touch out. 2 in the air. Bacon dropping it down. Rush will get a piece. Gamer now side flips. Could it get awkward? No one is there for Vancouver. Cleared for the moment. Boomer now trying to send it back in. Rush will get a 50, but it's cleared out to the side on it. Now away again. Adam parking under it. Gamer behind him. He'll take the shot, but Boomer is ready for it regardless. Now high in the air. Blocked away by Bacon. He'll try to stay with it. Dropping down. Arrow blade to get the touch. Awkward by Adam. Arrow has an open net, and Vancouver are back within 1. A 1-goal game here, as Adam just gets a little bit tied up in the corner. And it's Arrow Blade who's there to punish. So just under 2 minutes here. Vancouver, of course, have kind of lost out on the pressure battle since that first goal across the line, but with plenty of time, they can still pull themselves back into this one. Boomer now looking for a play, but gets bumped off. Arrow trying to get up, gets a touch up, but it's not very far away. That'll need Rush. He'll get one more out, but now Bacon to send it back in. Arrow down the sideline. It'll roll up and downfield. Bacon trying to cut across. 50 on that one. Adam now waiting beside it, cleared downfield. Bacon will flip to follow. Boomer will get it high in the air. Rush trying to knock it down. Gamer will save. Boomer is there. And it's a tie game. The defense kind of folds for Boston, as Gamer doesn't get nearly enough behind that one. Of course, the shot from Boomer also maybe a little bit light. Could have used a flip the other way, but the end result is what matters, and despite maybe an imperfect shot, that really doesn't matter because, well, the game was tied, but Bacon, off the kickoff, just manages to side flip this one all the way downfield straight in. It's kind of hard to even blame Vancouver for not having someone back for that. I mean, definitely someone maybe should have gone for a corner boost and been far enough back to jump for it, but that's just an incredible shot. Now they look for an equalizer, but Bacon will cut it away for the moment. Faked out now. Adam waiting under it, looking for a cut upfield, still waiting behind it. Boomer trying to take it away, will force it up to the back wall. Arrow now jumping in. Rush will get a 50. Bacon waiting. Now will think about diving, but Boomer beats him to it. Adam now side flips away from it. Gamer just a high pop. Boomer's there. Demo and Arrow will buy some space for Boston, but Vancouver are still pushing in. Rush up off the corner, but Boomer is beat by Bacon. And Boston will try to get some time for themselves. This one popped up in the air again. Adam not quite able to get a piece of it. Boomer now downfield again. Bump comes through. Gamer brings it up the right wall. Going to the ceiling. Wasting time. Adding another. First to the game for Gamer. And it's 4-2. Boston double their lead. I mean, he is in the call with his team, Bloom. So I would guess that he can, but yeah, I know what you meant. I'm guessing he can, but as long as they're winning like this, he probably won't. I mean, maybe he'll jump in for a game 3, but his team are favorites and they're gaming as they close this one out 4-2, and they're going to be ahead in the series. So We'll see. As you can see, even in shots, actually 6-6, but it's Boston who are more efficient with that offense and will turn it into a game 1 win. And so as we look towards game number 2 here on DFH Stadium, it will be Boston with the series lead, but we're going to have to see if they can pull it back. I think that was a good first game for Vancouver. Obviously, there was a goal in garbage time there that kind of just secured it, but I think generally Vancouver played a good game. They held on for a while, not getting scored on. Then they managed to get quite a lot of pressure throughout the game. And it was just, well, partially a couple errors and then partially a couple really good shots from Boston that made the difference. So obviously you're kind of playing from a disadvantage here as Boomer switches into the Roadhog, trying to change the fates a little bit. Another double commit for Boston won't work out. This Gamer pops it up off the corner. He'll get back to it. Flips the wrong way, though, and Boomer will get a free clear. That's downfield. Bacon's there for the save. No. It's JXL, but JXL's computer died, is the comms from Boomer. So he will not be here, but it's working for now because Rush gets another goal. Bacon just a little bit too awkward, kind of reminiscent of the goal Boomer gave up in the last game. As he kind of gets bumped off it, runs out of boost, and the finish is there. So Vancouver actually going to get an early lead here, 30 seconds into game number 2. As Adam jumps up for this one, and it's 50 back down off the ceiling again. Now dropping down, Adam not going to have any boost, looking for a pass, but it's only right down at Boomer. Boomer's clear though right at Bacon. He'll try to return it, jumping up in the air. Arrow will get it away. Adam now trying to collect, no boost to his name, does get some, but a bit too late, and he'll lose out on the 50. Rush not able to get a demo, though, as Bacon will try to get it out towards the mid boost. Adam now beats one, and now Gamer picks it up. Up towards the back wall, Rush up early, able to knock it down. Bump comes through on Gamer as well, and that'll allow Arrow a clear. Bacon left alone, one good touch, not able to get up for a Psycho Temp, as I'm sure he would have. Gamer now another long clear. Blocked to the side by Rush. Given a save despite being all the way up near the ceiling, which is interesting. This one rolling down into the Boston corner as Vancouver are just kind of trying to keep some pressure. Whittle away at that clock a little bit, and then of course look to expand on their lead. And we're trying to get this one away. It's one downfield by Bacon. It's wide, but will there be a follow? That bounce quite favorable for Vancouver, but they're still going to need the defense, and there you go. Another good 50 will force it all the way back, and they will not be punished for the overcommit as Gamer tries to play it over to the side wall. Rush will bang it up off the backboard. Won't be able to read it himself. Arrow is there, but the shot comes down wide. Now down off the ceiling yet again. Boomer trying to play it back. It'll get towards the back wall. Now played away again. Rush still trying to follow it. Dunked across. Down off the backboard. Gamer's on it. He'll send it downfield. And it'll roll down towards the back wall. Now we crossed the halfway mark of this game number 2. Vancouver still holding on to their lead, but as soon as you say it, the fates will change. And we are all tied up. So Boston finally do break through as it's just another awkward moment on the defense that opens up the net, and Bacon able to take advantage. Rush a good pop off that reset, but not going to turn into much, although Boomer tries to keep the attack alive here, and Bacon eventually will clear it away again. Now sent downfield. Rush trying to pop it up in the air. Shot down there by Gamer. Now over to the right side. Rush trying to pop it up in the air. Now dropping back down again. 2 players in the air for Vancouver. The touch will come through, though. It's Boomer. Good recovery in order to get a 50. But good defense by Boston as well to deny it, as off the ceiling there. Player tried to dive in. Should just leave one Vancouver member back alone, as Boomer will need a touch. Will get one up, but now it's dunked back down by Bacon. Arrow plays it to the side. Boomer grabs that corner again, so he needs something. Does eventually lose it. But Rush is there as he'll pop it out. A little bit awkward for Arrow, who won't be able to get anything. And then Gamer cuts on it. Again, it just falls apart a little bit too much for Vancouver. As Arrow left needing that touch, low on boost, just won't quite be able to reach it. Felt like they all kind of ran low on boost and were not really able to get it done. This one's played forward again. It's Rush up in the air. Boomer trying to get something forward. Now clear downfield, bounced in. It's Arrow. And Vancouver again will earn a tie game. Just a couple players miss as it gets a bit too awkward. And so with a minute left to go, Vancouver once again will be playing from an even game state, although this one could get awkward. Bacon drops it down. Adams there. Boston regain the lead. Bacon just barely beats Boomer to it, and then everyone is left flat-footed, and it's an easy shot for Adam. 3-2, Boston regain their advantage. As we're under 1 minute to play, Rush a good shot, but Gamer able to dive back in time. Adam not going to get that one. Arrow more towards the center. Rush a good touch, but Boomer too far for a shot. And they'll have to reset a little bit. Now trying to recenter. Arrow another dunk down off the ceiling. Boomer another 51. Is Rush in the air. It's off the backboard. I think he needed to try to drop that one in for a shot. Obviously a tough play to make, especially because there were going to be people jumping at him, but just not going to have the resources or ability to get a follow-up shot off the backboard there, so you need to try something. And this one's cleared away again. Bacon looking for it. Boomer will block it up off the left wall. Now dropping down, it's Arrow to get it forward. Rush trying to follow. 50 down up the left wall. 10 seconds left to go for Vancouver. Bump comes through there. Arrow up in the air again towards the back wall. Bacon will get one touch. Time running low. Rush, a floater off the bar. Just a little bit too high. And Vancouver will close. Well, no, Vancouver going to be falling just short. And it will be Boston who this time get outshot 7-5. And will take a match point here after just 2 games. And so as we get ready to load on towards game number 3, it will be Boston 1 away from closing it out. And I believe it looked like we are going to have the same rosters running it back as everyone readies up. And so unless Vancouver can pull this one out, which is quite possible, I think obviously it is Adam in instead of Pitt, which you could say should probably be a difference. But given what we've seen, this has been a lot closer than I expected. I wasn't sure what we were going to see out of Vancouver, but Arrow has honestly stepped up quite a bit. And, I mean, again, Bloom, there is no Pitt in this one, but I don't disagree. Falcons have looked kind of shaky in their games. It's felt like, obviously, they've won, but, I mean, it took all 5 against Buffalo, and it kind of didn't seem like it should. And then, obviously, playing against a Vancouver team without their first man. And these have not been easy games. Vancouver have definitely made it a challenge. So, obviously, are playing with the fourth here, but still, probably like to see it be a little bit cleaner for Boston. This one will get cleared back in again. Gamer trying to follow it up, played back towards the corner. I mean, to be fair though, this is practice for this team, trying to get Adam up to speed. And then of course sub games. He's getting 3 free games here. Puts him well ahead of the pace. So scheduling issues or whatever shouldn't be a problem in terms of getting those 9 games in. So definitely valuable for Pitt to just keep this roster in. But hey, it's another good start for Vancouver. As Boomer goes up Didn't score last game, but he'll get on the board early here. Just 50s right through the defense. And Vancouver will pick up another 1-0 lead as this one pinches wide. No, around to the corner. Gamer trying to get it away. Rush will dunk it back in. And there's another goal. Rush doubles the lead. A minute and a half in, it's 2-0 as Rush just kind of plays it around the corner and has an open shot. No one was there to defend it, and so Boston now gonna have to play from well behind as they're down by 2. Bacon gonna look for this one, but way too high of a bounce for him to play, and Boomer will be able to get it out. Now off the sidewall again, Adam fakes out Boomer. That'll give some space to Bacon. He'll pop it up. He'll look for the backboard. He'll try to drop it down. Bit strong on the pass, though. Boomer beats 2. No one back. Rush tries to catch. I think it's wide, and it's just so. Panic by Bacon as well. They're faked out by Arrow. Boomer will get a dunk at least to keep it close. Now up in the air again. Bacon waiting under it will get the corner boost. He'll beat 1. He'll try to pop it up again, but Arrow able to get behind it. Gamer now. That one going a little bit the wrong way. Bacon will eventually be there, and he'll bang it forward. Now in the corner. This one tapped back. Boomer to drop it down. It's popped out off the corner. Around by Gamer, trying to get to this one. Boomer pops it up in the air off his own back roll. A little bit awkward for Vancouver again. And Gamer finally crashes in. 2.5 to go. And it is another lead. Well, it's another goal to cut into the lead for Boston. And just like that again, kind of like we saw in the series earlier tonight, once that first goal goes in, it's almost like the floodgates open as Boston kind of kept out of offense the entire game. But then they get that one goal through, and immediately they get a second. And so we're all tied up in the span of 8 seconds. Boston score 2, and the lead is immediately vaporized for Vancouver. Boomer now trying to pop it up into the air. Bacon will drop it down again. This one played away. Bacon still behind it, 50'd forward into the corner. Rush around, looking for the clear, but it's dunked out to the left side. Bacon looking to play it in. Will beat 2, but it is into the corner, and no one's able to react to it, and so it won't be an immediate threat. Adam trying to turn it into one, pops it towards net, forces 2 to go. As Rush will get the touch, but it could get awkward afterwards. Though his next touch will beat 1, and he will be able to force him all the way back downfield and bump Bacon off of this one, so that'll buy a lot of time for the void. Bacon now beats 1, but Boomer gets it right back downfield. Bump towards net. Arrow just saved away by Adam. Now off the corner. Adam off the right wall. Gamer will send it downfield. 80 seconds left to go. Still tied up here on Urban Central, as Boston are looking to close it out, and Vancouver are trying to stay alive. Adam trying to play it forward. Boomer trying to get it away. Now Rush, another one downfield. Gamer out off the right wall. Another one pinched forward. Boomer now sent away again, looking for it on target. I believe it's a little bit wide, and Bacon's there to catch either way. Now this one centered downfield. Adam trying to catch up. Rush is there first, but Gamer's still back downfield and will get the touch out to the side. Final 40 seconds, dropping towards 30. It's Gamer again, but it's Boomer stepping up big. The pressure has definitely switched. It's felt like Boston have been pretty firmly in control, and it's been Vancouver looking for a couple counters, as that is a very weird bounce. That does mean that Adam will not be able to read a shot. Gamer, though, trying to pop it up. He'll get a shot, but it's off the bar. One will miss. Adam, bar down. They can't keep it away. 10 seconds left to go. And Boston take a late lead. panic on the goal line. A couple shots were, well, okay. I don't know how to describe what I just witnessed, to be quite honest. As 3 players went for it, none of them hit it, and then it just flew in. I think that was kind of a sign, desperation, or a little bit throwing in the towel. Just kind of saying, well, either we gotta go for something and just throwing a random play at it, or just kind of being like, it doesn't matter. Just go for this, whatever. Either way, though, of course, Boston will close this one out in 3 games, and they will secure the second sweep of the Pixel season. They put up 9 shots in that game, in case you're wondering, but of course, we don't have the comparison against Vancouver. And so we'll ask about an interview. As we said at pregame, especially without JXL, that Boston were definitely going to be favorites, and they do show it. And so, clean game by them, and we are going to have an interview, and so we will be back in just one moment. And we are back with Boston. Of course, you do come in pretty clear favorites, and you make it look like it as you guys get a 3-0 sweep. How does it feel to be 2-0?
Let's go.
Feels great. It feels good. I played a really good series. Everyone saw. But I'm very glad Adam has stepped up the last couple weeks. We're trying to get more in with him, especially in scrimming and off series. And, Bacon and Gamer, they have that chemistry. So I think everyone kind of played their part. There was a couple close games, but overall they played really well, and I'm very proud.
Even with Pick Cop wanting us to lose.
Yeah. Hey, Pitt, you still have a Bacon on your team.
I mean, that's true.
For now.
What was it? I think we were a little upset. People thought, Falcons went to game 5. They're not as good as they should be. I think this kind of solidified a little bit more. But you know what? Still early in the season. Teams are still trying to figure it out. I feel bad JXL wasn't around and that he was having computer issues. Because, he's a former teammate of mine. Good guy. So, sorry, Boomer. It happens. And I hope you can turn it around. The season's still young, still plenty of time to get some wins. And you know what? You could technically go 0-9 and still make playoffs, which is crazy to me, but
you can be the 7 seed.
Yeah, exactly.
You can do better than a team that got a bunch of wins.
7 plays the 10. You're right. If you win that last game, you're 7th seed.
Either way, though, of course, looking forward, you guys do play Bedford next week, who did fall to 1-1 earlier tonight. How do you feel about that matchup?
Remind me who's on that team. It's Lynx. Is it Bloom and who are the other ones?
It's currently Lynx, Bloom, Draco, and Frighten.
Draco, Frighten. Okay.
We scrimmed that team a bunch.
Yes, we have, actually.
So we'll be okay. I think we'll feel okay, at least. See what the day holds.
Not actual Lynx, but shout out to the team Lynx for today's scrim. They definitely helped us kind of pick up the speed, figure out what was going on, and we got plenty of warm up this time leading into the series. So I think we kind of, I think we can say belt to ass this series.
I think you can because it was a sweep, but the games themselves weren't that one-sided.
No,
I'd say if you look at each individual game, it wasn't dominant. As a series together, it kind of is.
Yeah, but
Vancouver's got
a sub team versus sub team as well.
Yeah, true.
But I'll give credit to Vancouver. They were missing JXL. I think that's their top salaried player, right?
Yes.
We weren't missing Gamer. So there's the diff. I would be excited to play Vancouver down the road at full strength and see what it's like. We were looking forward to this matchup as an early season tester. And that's unfortunately not how it worked out with JXL's issues. But they'll be a good team going forward. That's Boomer and Rush is no slouch of a duo at all. I think Arrowblade played very well. I do think what Pickup said earlier, me and Gamer have a lot of chemistry already. And that kind of won the day. we were able to control the midfield, and Adam played very confident. And yes, even though they weren't as one-sided, we had a lot of control that we anticipated having. We actually got outshot in a game, though, Doggo.
Mhm.
True. Yeah.
So game 2, they outshot us, even though we won. So that was interesting. But no, I mean, that's shout outs to them. I look forward to see what they're going to do. But we go next.
I love having perms.
No,
A wild Jared has arrived.
he hasn't.
And now he's gone.
And perms are gone. No, no, but I think Lynx has a good team. Bedford Bulldogs should be a good series. Hopefully a little bit better than this one, but I feel very confident with my team. So I don't expect that one to be our first loss. But hey, prove me wrong, Lynx. Prove me wrong. I talked so much crap last season about his Demons roster. I still feel bad about that.
I
No,
mean,
fuck Lynx. Excuse me.
should you feel
But-
bad if it's correct?
That's fair.
Lynx chose me as preseason rival, and next week it is belt to ass again, as it has been in scrims and will always be. Lynx below Bacon till the end of time.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to look at the stats this game because what was it? I think even in game 2, like everybody scored pretty much. So like all it wasn't like one of us was kind of popping off and carrying the team. Everyone was kind of playing their part. So even if the games were a little bit closer, I feel more confident about that. Like we don't have a MERS or a JXL that we need. Kind of any one of us can kind of fill in the void. No pun intended
Whoa.
for Vancouver. All right. Anything else, Doggo?
No, I don't think so. So congratulations on your win, and good luck next week.
All right. Till next time.
All right, and that will do it for our second and final game of the night as Boston take down Vancouver to move up to 2-0. Currently, there are 2 games on the docket for tomorrow night. I believe they are both Prism League. No, actually, it is a split league, as there will be Buffalo versus Daytona. Flip that. Daytona versus Buffalo at 9 p.m. and then Lincoln, Miami at 10. So should be 2 good series. We hope to see you back here for those. But that does it for tonight as your final score here one last time. It'll be Boston 3, Vancouver 0. We hope to see you back tomorrow night as I believe it'll be Koa taking you through those ones. See you then.